Francine York wore nothing but an apron for her Bewitched scene. Francine York was a talented and versatile actress whose career spanned several decades, leaving a lasting impact on both television and film. Born as Francine Yarich on August 26, 1936, in Aurora, Minnesota, York was destined to make her mark in the entertainment world. She was the daughter of a former vaudeville performer and a housewife, which gave her an early exposure to the arts and a keen appreciation for show business. York's roots in the performing arts set the stage for her to become one of Hollywood's beloved actresses during the 1960s and 1970s. York's career began in the late 1950s, where she initially found success in modeling. Her striking beauty and photogenic qualities led to a natural transition into acting. She soon adopted the stage name Francine York, a decision that would mark the beginning of her rise to fame. In the early years of her career, York appeared in a number of television shows, working her way up through the ranks of Hollywood's star system. She was often cast in supporting roles, but her undeniable charm and captivating presence quickly gained her recognition. York's first screen role was in Robert Clark's Hollywood exploitation film Secret File Hollywood, shot in 1960 but not distributed until 1962. Her big break came when Jerry Lewis cast her in It's Only Money, in which she played a tantalizing sex bot, a role which brought her much publicity. In the 1960s, York began appearing in more prominent roles in both television and film. One of her first notable TV appearances was in the series The Twilight Zone, where she showcased her acting chops in a memorable episode. Her other television credits include appearances on popular series like Bewitched, The Munsters, and Batman. York's ability to portray a wide range of characters, from the quirky to the dramatic, demonstrated her impressive versatility and earned her the respect of her peers in the industry. In addition to her television work, Francine York had a successful film career. She appeared in several movies that became cult classics, particularly in the genre of sci-fi, horror, and exploitation films. Notable films from her career include The Doll Squad, 1973, where she played the role of a femme fatale spy, and It's Alive, 1974, a horror film about a monstrous baby. These films, though perhaps not recognized as mainstream blockbusters, became beloved by fans of their respective genres, and York's performances in them are fondly remembered by cult cinema enthusiasts. Francine York was also a frequent guest star on television in the 1970s and 1980s, with appearances in popular shows such as The Monkees, I Dream of Jeannie, The Brady Bunch Hour, and Hawaii Five-0. Her ability to slip into diverse roles in both dramatic and comedic contexts allowed her to remain a fixture on television throughout the years. Despite being known for her glamorous image, York's acting was far from one-dimensional. She often portrayed strong, assertive women, whether as spies, villains, or love interests, roles that allowed her to explore a variety of personalities. Her characterizations were rich with depth, demonstrating that she was more than just a pretty face. She was a capable and serious actress. Francine York's appearance on the iconic television show Bewitched remains a memorable moment, particularly for the unforgettable scene where she wore nothing but an apron. This scene, which was part of the episode titled, The Moment of Truth, from the show's fifth season, aired in 1968. It was a pivotal moment in the series, and Francine's role in it created a lasting impression for viewers. In the episode, York portrayed a character named Samantha's Friend, who, like many of the characters in the whimsical world of Bewitched, was involved in some sort of magical mishap. This particular scene, however, became an unexpected talking point due to its bold nature, showcasing York in a unique and risque way for a 1960s television series. The character was not involved in any scandalous behavior but rather was a victim of a magical spell that left her in a compromising situation. To emphasize the comedic and magical elements of Bewitched, the producers decided to dress York in a simple apron, symbolizing the chaos that ensued. The scene was light-hearted and played for laughs, but it stood out as one of the show's more daring moments. The choice to have York wear only an apron was in line with the show's ability to blend humor with the supernatural. Bewitched was known for its clever mix of fantasy and everyday life, and the absurdity of the scene, while absurd, was very much in the spirit of the show's antics. It also added to the show's playful subversion of the typical roles of women in the 1960s. Women were often portrayed as homemakers and dutiful wives, yet here, the character Francine York portrayed was caught in a bizarre magical situation that showed a different side of femininity and independence. The impact of this scene goes beyond just the immediate reaction from viewers of the time. It has since become part of Bewitched lore and is often mentioned when discussing the more memorable moments from the series. Francine York's portrayal in the episode was especially notable for her ability to embrace the comedic and quirky nature of her character. The image of a woman standing in nothing but an apron conveyed both vulnerability and humor, combining the traditional image of domesticity with the unexpected twists of the magical world. In addition to its cultural and historical significance in the context of Bewitched, Francine York's performance in this scene is also a testament to her range as an actress. York was no stranger to playing a variety of roles throughout her career, often playing glamorous or comedic characters, and her appearance on Bewitched was yet another example of her versatility. She brought a unique charm to the scene, turning what could have been a simple gag into an iconic moment in television history. For Francine York, the scene was just one of many in a career that spanned decades and included roles in a range of genres, from film to television. She worked alongside some of Hollywood's biggest stars and contributed to numerous productions that have stood the test of time. Although she is perhaps best known for this memorable Bewitched scene, York's career was much more extensive, with a focus on playing strong female characters who were often ahead of their time. Over the years, as Bewitched continued to enjoy a lasting legacy through reruns and streaming services, this scene with Francine York has remained a topic of conversation among fans of the series. It represents the playful, fantastical nature of the show, and in many ways, serves as a perfect example of how Bewitched both reflected and challenged the cultural norms of the time. Beyond her acting career, Francine York was also a writer and an advocate for the rights of actors and filmmakers. She was known to be a passionate supporter of the entertainment community and was an active member of organizations such as the Screen Actors Guild. York's behind-the-scenes contributions to the industry were just as significant as her on-screen work, making her a well-respected figure among her colleagues. In her later years, York continued to be involved in the entertainment industry, taking on roles in independent films and attending fan conventions. She enjoyed connecting with her fans, sharing stories from her illustrious career, and always maintained a warm and approachable demeanor. Her legacy is one of charm, professionalism, and an undying love for the craft of acting. Francine York passed away on January 6, 2017, at the age of 80, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Her work continues to be celebrated by fans old and new, and her influence can still be felt in the world of television and film. York's career may have spanned a variety of genres and roles, but she will always be remembered as an actress who brought warmth, grace, and strength to every part she played. As a tribute to Francine York, we remember her not only for the roles she portrayed but for the kindness and professionalism she exhibited throughout her remarkable career. Her memory lives on in the hearts of those who admired her talent and spirit.